Today we're going to be looking at the Panasonic JX850. It's Panasonic's 2021 edge-lit LED display and it's packed full of features. But before I go any further, if you enjoy this video, leave a like. Let's take a look. Now, one of the first things you'll notice when getting the TV unboxed is the stand. Now, there is some assembly required and it's not too complicated. Then the TV just slides onto it and you screw it in. No awkward laying it on its front. So on the back of the TV we have our HDMI ports. There are 3, including the eARC HDMI. Now that is great if you're planning on linking it to a soundbar or external sound system, especially considering it supports Dolby Atmos. Later I'll go on as to whether I think you might need one. So on the back of the TV we have 2 USB ports, one on the back, one on the side, and that will be good if you're planning on wall mounting.
Come on.
You also have an AV in, optical audio out, Ethernet, and a port for an aerial connection. There's a headphone jack and common interface port. There's a removable power cable port and buttons on the other side for controlling the screen. A bit clunkier, but a lot more functional than the common one button system you get on most normal new TVs. Now, if you're planning on wall mounting, the back does have compatibility for a 200 by 200 VESA mount. I think it's pronounced VESA. This model here is the 40-inch, but it does also come in a 50-inch, a 58-inch, and a 65-inch. And I'm sure most of you will agree with me that size does matter. Personally for me, the 40-inch I have here is a little bit too small, but then again, I am used to being equipped with something much bigger. Now the stand is just under 53 centimeters wide and goes back just under 24 centimeters. The screen's just shy of 90 centimeters wide and a height of 51 centimeters, including the bezels. And on the stand, it sits at just over 57 centimeters tall. So it's a good looking TV for the most part. I'm not too sure about the bezel around the edge. Sort of looks like a bit of glass stuck on a bit of plastic. And the bezels around the edge are about a centimetre, 1.5 centimetres on the chin, which I don't think looks that great. And going around to the side, you can see at the top, it's a pretty thin panel. But as you go down towards the centre of the TV, it all gets a bit thick. The best part of the look of the TV is definitely the stand. Simple, elegant, and it looks really smart. When you switch on the TV, it's a pretty simple setup. It took me about 5 minutes to get onto the apps. Now the remote that comes with the TV is new. It's a pretty long remote with a lot of buttons. Panasonic definitely haven't gone with elegance with this remote, but it is functional. Let's keep this simple though, and I'll highlight a few honourable mentions. Firstly, the remote is very easy to use. It's quite large buttons. Some of the main buttons you're going to be using have a nice click to them, so you know they've been pressed. We do have a separate button for changing the picture, so we don't have to go through the menu to do that every time. There are some favourite app buttons here at the top: Netflix, Prime Video, YouTube, and Freeview Play. Now Rakuten TV, I see it all the time. I never use it. Let me know down in the comments whether it's something you use. Maybe I'd swap that for Disney Plus or something, but oh wait, you don't have to. You can set your own favourite app with the My App button here. So pick an app you use often and just whack it on there. The remote also has a built-in mic for the voice control features. You can link the TV to either your Amazon or your Google Home account. Therefore you can do things like controlling your smart home, setting timers, setting reminders, all through the remote and the TV. Turn on office lamp. And you can also control the telly with your smart speakers. Turning it on and off, launching apps, pausing and playing. Alexa, play Panasonic TV. It is genuinely mega useful, especially if your remotes tend to wander off like mine. So the display is an LED 4K edge-lit panel, and it only supports 60 Hz. It's not going to support the new console's VRR, G-Sync, and FreeSync. In order to get those, you're going to have to jump up to the next model. The viewing angles are pretty good. At the extremes, you will see a deterioration in the picture, but at around the sort of 30-degree angle, it is pretty good. When dark scenes are on, it honestly isn't the best. It does struggle more than some displays, but obviously, when facing a window and other bright objects, it is going to have some reflection. And that being said, on camera, it actually does look worse. Now, out of the box, the picture settings are actually quite poor. The TV looked kind of dull and washed out. Now you can change this fairly easily by using that picture mode button and changing to the various different options Panasonic have given to you. Or you can do what I did and go into the main menu and customize everything yourself. There are tons of settings here and not a lot that you can't change. Now these are my recommendations for custom settings on the screen. It makes the picture look a tad more realistic with a little bit more vibrancy than what came out of the box. For an LCD display, the blacks aren't too bad. Obviously, you aren't going to get a result like an OLED. However, considering this is an edge-lit display, it does handle them pretty well. This TV has outstanding HDR support. It supports HDR10, 10+, 10+ adaptive, and Dolby Vision. And it is crazy the difference that it makes on the screen. From going on Netflix and selecting something that has Dolby Vision, you can instantly see it switch on and transform the picture. Now I mentioned earlier how the TV also has Dolby Atmos support. Now this is great if you have a soundbar that supports that, and I 100% recommend you getting one. The sound from the TV speakers here is fine. It's not the best, but nowadays no TV is. The support to have great sound is there with the eARC port on the back and with Dolby Atmos, so I 100% recommend making the most of that and getting a soundbar that will really complement this screen. Now using the TV with an aerial is okay. The TV comes with Freeview Plus, which I'm not really going to go into now, but it's a useful thing for the TV to have. Here you can see the TV pulling through a 720p image from the aerial and upscaling it with the HCX AI processor, and it doesn't look too bad. The colours are okay and the image seems fairly sharp. The processor also makes the TV work better with fast moving sport, panning scenery shots, and this is because the AI will automatically tweak the settings live to make sure the image is as good as it can be. So what is my honest opinion? Honestly, it depends on what your priorities are. Looking at the price of this display, the 40-inch is £679, the 50-inch is £749, the 58-inch is £849, and the 65-inch is £1,049. The picture on this TV is okay. It's not the best you can get. Obviously, certain people prefer different types of TVs, and that's completely understandable. If it was me, and I was potentially looking at going for the 58-inch at £850, I potentially might recommend stretching a little bit further and going for something like the LG A1, which is £990, but then you get the OLED technology, and the picture is so much better. But the functionality on this TV is phenomenal. The support for things like Google Home and your Echo devices from Amazon, the ease of the operating system and switching between apps, the fact that it's Freeview Play, and also it is just that little bit cheaper than going for something like the A1. So let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below, and if you liked the video, please hit the like button, ring the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.